Hello everyone and welcome to today's video on decoding your annual package. So let's begin. CTC or cost to the company is usually the talk of the town, right? Especially for college going students. So once you bag a placement, the next probable question from your nosy neighbors remains, what's the package that you're getting? Correct? Yes. And I'm sure that you must be knowing fully well that the total CTC is not what we are paid as a salary. Then, what is this CTC and how do we decode it? So, first things first, the CTC is divided by 12 months and it does not essentially constitute your monthly pay. Say, for example, somebody's annual CTC is 12 lakhs. So, this does not mean that the person receives the entire 1 lakh as his or her monthly pay. Now there are various components hidden in this very CTC. So it becomes very important to ask the company for a CTC breakdown before you make a choice. Inflated CTC is actually a thing. Yes. So before we dig into the components of CTC, let's understand what CTC means. So it basically refers to the total cost incurred to the company with respect to the employee or the total annual package of the employee inclusive of cash as well as non-cash benefits. Let's say, suppose you receive a 6.5 LPA as your CTC. Now this is the total amount your employer or the company will be spending on you annually. This entire CTC is not usually your in-hand package. So let's find out the popular components of a CTC breakdown and how not to fall for an inflated CTC. So let's begin. The first one is basic salary. Now basic salary constitutes the exact pay that an employee receives before any additions or deductions. This is fully taxable and is a fixed component. It makes up for the major chunk of your CTC. For example, if you have been hired for a job that promises to pay you 40,000 rupees as your basic monthly salary, then you shall receive 40,000 monthly. The next one is allowances. Now here comes the hero, allowances. It refers to all the expenses incurred by the company for the certain service rendered to the employees. Some popular allowances to look out for include HRA, which is called as house rent allowance. Now this refers to the allowance paid to an employee to compensate for the rent he pays to reside in the area of the employment. It is an accommodation expense. Then other allowances also include leave travel allowance, which is also called as LTA. And it is a sum of money used to pay for domestic travel costs. This is done to ensure you don't pay out of your pocket for the official trips. Now there is something also called as conveyance allowance, which is the sum of money given to an employee to cover their travel costs to and from work. Also there is something called as dearness allowance, a cost of living adjustment provided by the government to retirees and employees of the public sector is known as a dearness allowance. This is provided to compensate for the hike due to inflation. Then there are other allowances which are medical allowances, special allowances, etc. Now, another component of CTC is bonus. What a sigh this word provides, right? Well, we all know what a bonus is. Performance bonuses are a type of additional compensation given to employees as rewards for achieving certain goals or meeting objectives. It is for rewarding the work of employees. This is usually expressed as a percentage of your basic salary. A joining bonus, on the other hand, is the amount you get as a reward for joining the organization. Another component of CTC is Employee Provident Fund, or shortly EPF. A retirement benefit offered by the employer is a provident fund. So every month, a specific portion of the employee's basic salary is set aside from their CTC. And this is matched with the company's contribution to the fund. The fund earns specific yearly interest based on a rate prescribed by the government, which is added to the fund. Now, number 5 is gratuity. a lump sum amount paid by the employer to the employee as a token of appreciation for the services rendered towards the company. The gratuity sum, however, is only granted to employees who have worked for the business for 5 years or longer, a reward for their dedication and commitment. Number 6, perquisites. These are fringe benefits or non-cash benefits given to the employees. Okay? So remember the pickup and drop services your employer promised you? Well, they might not really be free of cost. Yes. And another component of your CTC is insurance. Some companies may provide insurance covers as well, like life insurance cover, accidental insurance in some cases, and even Mediclaim. So every month, a small amount is taken from the employee's CTC to pay the premium. So, does a high CTC mean a high salary? No, not essentially. It all depends on the breakdown. So it is very important for an employee to request the CTC breakdown. See, when we told you we would be there during your tough times, we meant it. If you have any further queries regarding finance, let us know in the comment section. Okay? And if you like the video, then do not forget to drop a like. To know more about finance and see more such informative videos, do subscribe to Spring Money. Until next time, goodbye.